All right, what's going on, guys? This is going to be a premiere video right here on the Frank Addington channel. Talk about trivia records. So trivia records, this goes all the way back to America Online and into Wire Club, and it includes any room possible, any room where trivia has been run by the General. Now, it may not include everything you're hoping for, but it's everything that has been recorded as of July 29th, 2026. And we're gonna have we're gonna have a few on there that are unofficial records. All right, so we'll talk about afternoon trivia first. So afternoon trivia records, this includes only afternoon trivia. And as I've explained many times before, afternoon trivia records have their own records. So think of it kind of like Major League Baseball postseason records has its own little category. And then when we get to general trivia records, think of it as if Major League Baseball included playoff with regular season. So it's included together. Okay, so we'll talk about afternoon trivia records first. And the first one is wins in a day, and that is 10. That just happened last month, I believe, or it was late June or it was this month. Pretty sure it was late June. And it was 10 by Andy. And then technicals in one day. This has been set. This was tied just Monday. So 5 is the record for technicals. Mr. Met has held this for, I think he did this maybe a couple times, but he did it at least once. And then Free Jack tied it on Monday with 5, getting 5 ejections. And then we had 5 technicals, and then ejections. The most ejections in one day in afternoon trivia, 2. That's been done 3 times by Mr. Met. It's been done by Free Jack last week, and it's been done by Bear Scott. Okay, so those are kind of a couple of the notorious records. And now let's get to the Hallmark records. These are the big ones, guys. Consecutive victories in afternoon trivia, 41 by Andy. This was set last month, or no, maybe early this month. 41 in a row by Andy 8010. And then we have consecutive points, 22, also by Andy 8010. Now this has stood for a while now, and I'm a little bit surprised that this has not been broken yet. 22. So really, looks easier, because it looks easier to break than it is, but so in order to break that, you would have to have at least 4 consecutive sweeps and then get 3 more somewhere in there. So 22 is the record. I think that's going to go down. I think that's going down this year. And then most wins, career wins, is by Andy. This is an unofficial record, but I know it to be true. He passed Jay Weed probably a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago, whenever Jay Weed retired. Those are the afternoon trivia records. All right, let's get to the general trivia records. So again, this would include afternoon trivia. So they overlap in general trivia. Now let's get to a couple of miscellaneous feats that have happened. So the first one is quadruple steals, which we haven't seen in probably 4 years or more. And we haven't even had a triple steal in going on 2 years, which is amazing. Tells you how incredible these stats are. The record for quadruple steals, this is career, of course, is J Doggy. So don't get that confused with Jackass J. J Doggy, the insufferable Red Sox fan, but an incredible trivia player, scored 3 I don't believe that will ever be broken. That may be the most impressive record in trivia history. Also on that list, we have 12, guys. Twice by Safari Life. I believe this was in another room. And then, well, how come you did it in another room, Peters? Well, I mean, sometimes people are in there decomposing like corpses. Others to get the quad steal. Bear Scott, Daisy 91164. I think she was in another room. Darth, Taylor, John, Kayla. Kayla picked up a quad steal. Nate Scarborough, remember him? Uncle Hammer, remember him? And last but not least, the legendary You Can't Kill Son. May he rest in peace. Good to have him on the records there. That's 12 different chatters, contestants that had quad steals. Quintuple steals. Taylor has the record with 2, tied with Mindian, who also has 2. So Mindian and Taylor tied with 2 quintuple steals. I think that could be tied. I doubt it. Maybe Bears could get one because he's got 1. So Bears, JHL picking up 1. Sweet Forever, and the legendary Zach. So 6 people, contestants of that quintuple steals. And there's only been 1 with a sextuple steal. Absolutely incredible. Mindian. That will never happen again. I called her one little history maker in the nicknames after that sextuple steal. A historic moment. Consecutive perfect games. 4. So John with 4 consecutive perfect games. This may have happened in afternoon trivia. Nah, it could have though. That would have got him to 20 consecutive points. But 4 consecutive perfectos for John. Contestants to win on a sweep with only 4 questions, meaning that they got all 4 questions, and there was a bonus. So we don't count a bonus question as an official question. It's just like a tack on. There have been 3 contestants to do this, to win, to get a sweep, and do it with only 4 questions plus the bonus. They are Bolts, John, and the aforementioned pasty noodle-legged bald bastard afternoon trivia legend Jay. All right. Only contestant to do it, to get a perfect game with only 4 questions, meaning 4 questions and a bonus. There's only been 1, and his name is Johnny Hotcakes. Only 1 to this point to do it. And now to the big records. The first one is consecutive victories. We remember this one, 2024. Or was it? Yeah, 2025, March of 2025. Consecutive victories, 91 in a row. Andy 80-10. Don't see that one ever going down. That is the Nolan Ryan career strikeouts of trivia records. 91. Consecutive points is 48 by Andy 80-10. This one could possibly go down, but it would take a long time to do it. Consecutive sweeps. This is one that isn't really talked about. Consecutive sweeps. 9 by Andy 80-10. These occurred during the record for consecutive points. So those 2 happened at the same time. Those 2 records. 9 got him to 45 total consecutive points. Incredible records right there. And now a few unofficial records to wrap this up. Career victories. is undoubtedly Andy 8010. Career ejections is Bolts 224. Career technicals is Bolts 224. Partly because of the passing of Ace Leopard 99, who held the previous record. Who knows? It would be neck and neck if he were still with us. All right, those are the records, guys. Some of you are going, well, what are you going to do, the Hall of Fame trivia players or the Mount Rushmore? That's a different video. This is about records. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this little recap of all the records that we have recorded, and some unofficial. And let me know which ones you think which are the first ones to be broken. Which is the first record here that will go down? And what are the ones that will never be broken? What do you think, guys? Oh, for some of you going, what about the Ocean one for all the marbles records and all that? That was done last year. Pay attention. That was a full video. Okay? It's just not. That's a separate thing, and it is right here on the Frank Anakin channel. If you can't find it, let me know. I'll send you the link. It was done last year. Okay, so this is the Afternoon Trivia Records. Thanks for watching the Frank Anakin channel, Premier Video. Have a beautiful night, and as I always like to say, keep rocking that trivia.